This man looked like he was coming back to power. I'm out of there. I'ma holler at y'all. What? Get rid of these regulations? Be cool. I'ma holler. DEI. Fuck out of here. Like, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Focus on what you can control in your immediate life, your immediate family, and your immediate environment. I'm not telling you not to have your views. I'm not telling you not to have values and ethics. What I'm telling you is using it as an excuse to stay broke and try to swim upstream against the way our financial and economic system works is retarded. And it's nothing ethical about being broke, because how much ethics or morality do you really think you're allowed to have when you're broke? How picky do you think you get to be about whether or not you want to use debt as a financial tool for growth, or have picks and chooses around what stocks and which companies you want to invest in and support based on your ethics and your viewpoints and your belief if you're broke? Like, how much of that do you really think you can afford to do? And how much do you not understand being broke is arguably one of the least ethical things that you can do in context to your community, your family, the ones who are depending on you, and the ones who are trying to take care of you. Do you realize if you're able-bodied and able-mind that the lowest level of morality you can have is being a burden to somebody else? Is that something you thought about, or you just think it's really cute to say, you know, oh, this company is involved in this because you saw this in a headline or you saw this in a newspaper or it popped up on your Instagram feed that a company is involved in something that you don't agree with or don't align with? Listen, all of these political and social agendas, most of us are too damn broke to give a damn about it. Most of us are too damn broke to give a shit about what's going on with these political and social issues. I know it's cute, I know it's sexy, I know it's something that it's really, it grabs you, right? It's like it's something that really grabs you and pulls you in. It's like, oh, you know, that's so fucked up, or, you know, oh, I hate those people. When I tell you, like, money is psychological, and the majority of the ethical practices, regulations that are put in place, I promise you, they make financial sense before they make moral and ethical sense in our system. And the same thing goes when it's time for them to go. You see how quick DEI went away? Now that this man's getting back in office, you see how quick DEI went out the window? Because companies are sick of the regulations and the restrictions, and they got somebody in who they think they can truly lobby and push, and that already believes that in the concept of lower regulations and getting the yellow and red tape out of these companies' way so they can work towards profits again. It doesn't matter, bro. Like, don't get fooled. Like, at least for some of y'all who have enough common sense, let me get you to understand something. In order to truly have picks and chooses and around these ethics and the morality that you have in the financial system, if you're somebody who doesn't believe in, you know, capitalism, if you're somebody who doesn't believe in a certain political party that might be in control and all these other little moving parts, you know how much privilege you have to be able to say, I'm not going to participate in that and still survive financially? Or what kind of work ethic you have to have? Do you want to be that person that literally tills their own land and is control and is the main dependent on whether or not you have a quality water source and electrical source? Do you want to have to be the one that is responsible for all your own personal infrastructure, basically? Do you want to have to be the one that's living out of some kind of tricked out caravan or minivan, plugged off on some plot of land that you bought or that you didn't isolate it off somewhere, and catching water and, you know, responsible for all your own electricity or whatever you're using as a heating source, etc.? Do you want to be that person? Or are you that person that has enough money and cash to where you can say, oh, I don't ever want to use that to advance myself financially. Oh, I don't want to invest in these different companies. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. That is a privilege, my G. That is a privilege. That is something that only those who are in a high enough position can do, or those who are willing to live an obscure enough lifestyle and sacrifice basic day-to-day life. Basic day-to-day life. Most of us are right in the middle, completely dependent on modern life, but we bitching about every single thing that we think is wrong with society based on what's coming up on our social media feeds. Like, you look stupid. You look stupid. Like, at the end of the day, like, go get your money. Take care of your family. If you want to be a real contribution to your community, your society, make sure your family's good. Make sure your family is one less contributing factor to what's wrong in society, because a lot of it is driven around poverty or the lack of resources or the lack of involvement or engagement with the people directly around them. There's so many different routes to the things that end up going massively wrong in society, and the foundation to what didn't go right in the beginning for that individual or that group of people. There's other ways you can contribute to a better humanity, a better society than like this dumbass shit about, I don't believe in this philosophy. I don't believe in using debt. I don't believe in capitalism. I hate capitalism. Oh, I don't want to invest in this company because I heard they did this and they're a part of that. That shit is dumb. It's headlines. My G media sells. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, let me just, hopefully I can get through and get you to understand. Nobody cares, bro. Especially when you're broke. All of these different forms of ethics and morality have money tied to it. You can't name a mainstream agenda of, morality or, like I said, DEI, ESG. Look how quick all of that shit receded back. As soon as the political tide swung, all these companies, companies as big as BlackRock. I just got through watching an interview with Larry Fink, the leader, CEO of BlackRock, which if you don't know for whatever reasons, is like the largest investment firm in the world, like trillions and trillions of dollars in assets under management. These people were some of the primary ones, not even a year and a half ago, pushing ESG down people's throats and trying to put pressure on other companies, etc. As soon as this man looked like he was coming back to power, I'm out of there. I'll holler at y'all. What? Get rid of these regulations? Be cool. I'ma holler. Like, I'm out. What? DEI? Fuck out of here. Like, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Focus on what you can control in your immediate life, your immediate family, and your immediate environment. I'm not telling you not to have your views. I'm not telling you not to have values and ethics. What I'm telling you is using it as an excuse to stay broke and try to swim upstream against the way our financial and economic system works is retarded. And it's nothing ethical about being broke because you think you have a certain view. Listen, these people understand money is psychological. So when I can move your emotions around different things, there's money around it. There's money around it. It's not that people care that much. It's not that the system cares that much. You are not in a position, you're not privileged enough, you don't work hard enough. You don't have enough skill sets to be the kind of person that can be picky and choosy about where you're going to invest and what financial tools you are and are not going to use. I'm not telling you to go out here and be a terrorist. I'm not telling you to go out here, and literally directly support degenerative or things that are deteriorating your community or your environment. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that to a certain capacity or another, these things are all interwoven. And you saying, oh, I'm not going to bank at a certain financial institution because they have their hands in X, Y, Z. Meanwhile, they are not one of the only ones available to you that have the financial means you need to do better for yourself and your family and to serve your ethical and moral base that you have, obligations you have to the people directly, dependent upon you. That's foolish. That's foolish. Like, that's dumb. At the end of the day, people bitch. I was just watching a separate interview. Oh, all these different countries that have, universal healthcare and education. There's a blueprint to that. It can be done. Bro, you understand how our financial system works? Clearly y'all don't. And I'm not sitting up here as a scholar. I don't have no doctorate or some shit in economics, none of that. I know how to interpret information and get a good grip on how things function. And I'm just letting you know, at the end of the day, that's not how that works. Because all of that private market, open free marketplace dynamics that put prices that make healthcare insurance so expensive and keeps us from having a government that functions in a way that provides these things with all the revenue that comes in is the same thing tied to something else that's a luxury in your life. That's how that works. If the medical system functioned like it did in Sweden or Denmark, whatever one of these countries that y'all licking the bottom of all these people's feet because you think they got this perfect little system, those countries are the size of states in this country. It's not that simple. And they also don't have nearly the ability to grow wealth and develop wealth as individuals as we do. Now, yes, their basic quality of life is better in a lot of ways. It is. But for those of you who are living off of the luxuries of the way this system really works and don't even have the understanding or the education or the perceptiveness to understand the connectedness of that, it's a trade-off. You don't have free healthcare and free education because you have other benefits that they don't have over there. And I'm not telling you it's perfect, but none of it is. There's nothing that's gonna come along and replace it either. You idiots that's running around here with this death of the dollar bullshit, and like how the United States is gonna turn over on its belly in a couple years, and the dollar's going up in flames, and I'm getting ready. You're a fucking moron. What's gonna replace it? What's gonna replace it? China, Russia, Denmark, New Zealand. You fucking idiot. Nothing is gonna replace. The United States is irreplaceable right now on the global stage. So if you banking any kind of, again, banking being broke by running off on this idea like, oh, well, you know, I don't participate in this and I don't do that because I'm just, you know, I'm waiting on the dollar to collapse. I'm waiting on this. If you're one of those people, you're a fucking moron. I'm just letting you know you're stupid. Like there's nothing coming to replace it anytime soon. It's not. I'm not telling you the United States is perfect. I'm not telling you that it's impervious. I'm not telling you that it's impregnable. I'm just telling you that basic understanding of how these things really work. I'm telling you right now, the United States and the dollar is not going anywhere anytime soon. There's nothing to replace it. There's all kind of countries around the world that on paper and in the tabloids and on your Instagram, etc., that are popping up that look like they're opposing this and all of that. They all dependent on the United States. They're all dependent on the United States. And a lot of them are making the moves they're making because the United States ain't fucking with them. Not because they think that they can replace it and they're doing what they're doing out of desperation and survival. It's not because they're looking to take over some power move in the 5 years. And man, listen, stop, get off the internet. That's what a lot of y'all need to do. Get off the internet. Y'all, literally, y'all are allowing the little bit of brain capacity that you have. By the time you get done working and doing all your basic functions, you're allowing it to be flooded with narratives that you want to attach yourself to. And it's well presented, it's well marketed because it's supposed to be. There's money behind it. But I'm telling you right now, all of this blind sense of ethics, this blind sense of morality around your decision making that's leading to you directly being broke, is foolish and it's not moral, it's not ethical. It's not. There's no honor in being broke. None. There's no honor in being broke. Y'all comment down below, man. Let me know what your philosophies and your viewpoints on all of these ethical perspectives that you have. And I want you to stop and be honest and let me know how it's affecting your finances for real. If you have the ability to be self-reflective enough, comment down below. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. I want each and every one of you to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.